Khamzat Chimaev recently spoke about Ilia Topuria, with whom he used to train at All Stars Gym. Despite all the trash talk in the division, Khamzat had nothing but respect. He already was a top fighter at Brave FC just like me. You could see that he is a hard worker and wants to achieve things, and he achieved everything that you can achieve in this sport. It wouldn't be interesting if everyone stayed quiet, but we spent some time together, talked and ate together. He is a decent guy in real life. But just as that moment cooled the tension, things heated up again. Dricus du Plessis, who faces Khamzat at UFC 319, didn't waste time throwing shade on social media. "Guess I'm fighting Nasruddin Imavov." Fans trolled back, saying Khamzat could say the same, and Dricus responded with a dig about the title being the only thing that gives it weight. He could, but it just doesn't hit the mark that well without a title, you know? Gilbert Burns and Kamaru Usman opened up about their 2021 title fight on the Pound for Pound podcast. Burns explained the emotional conflict. Calling out a teammate is hard, especially when you train together for years.
Then I knew on my head going to that fight, like, bro, if it's a 50-55, if it's a close fight, I might need one more, you know? But if I go there and dominate this guy, I might be next. But I wasn't thinking too much ahead. I was just thinking on the fight. And then I would just have, okay, if the fight is pretty close, I'm gonna call out Kobe. But if I dominate this guy, I might call out Kamaru, but how am I gonna do that? And then I was struggling, like, I'm gonna be nice, you know, I'm gonna try to be cool, you know, but then I go that beat him, then I gotta call out, and I was trying to be very nice as I could. Hey, I love you, bro, but, you know, I wanna be a champion too, you know, and that was kind of like my mentality. I'm gonna fight, but I don't know. I don't want to fight, but I want to fight. It was kind of like...
The part that really took it wasn't necessarily just me and him, because had me and him actually just had a conversation, I think it would have been fine. I think it was just kind of everything around it, because at that point, there was a lot being made of me leaving the gym. And like, we have so many high-level guys in the gym, and we have so many coaches, maybe 5 coaches at the time, 4. And these coaches can't be at every fight every week with different guys. I was very hyper aware of myself. So I'm like, man, this guy is starting to get the better of me with boxing exchanges. So I need more help on that. Well, the coaches are gone because they're at this fight and that fight and that fight. And so I had that conversation with Henry. I just said, hey, I'm not getting there, because what separates the champion from the guy who's number 3 or 4 is just a little bit of tweaks, attention to certain detail. And I knew that. And I said, I need that.
John Silva just offered himself up as the perfect sparring partner for Charles Oliveira to prep for Ilia Topuria. "I'm available. I'm the same size as Topuria. If Charles wants to use me as his sparring partner to do his training camp, I'm here. I know how to imitate Topuria perfectly. I even know his facial expressions." Renato Moicano tore into Benoit Saint-Denis after BSD called out the likes of Justin Gaethje and Mateusz Gamrot following his win at UFC 315.
Fans in general are so beyond delusional, bro. Biased,
you
delusional.
You know who else is delusional? BSD. That guy's delusional, my brother. let me tell you something, brother. The level of disrespect of this guy. Don't you watch the fight?
No, I know.
He looked good?
No.
He looked bad, right?
Joel Alvarez would have killed him.
He could literally kill BSD.
Yeah.
He said Mateus Gamrot sucks, Mateus Gamrot, and then he said that he wants to fight Justin Gaethje. But look at that. Look at that. They offer him the Justin Gaethje fight and he refused. Yeah. Right? And Mateus accept the fight, and then the other day they say no. He say no.
Yeah.
So the 2 guys that he turned down, now he's saying he wants to fight them and say Mateus Gamrot suck. He just got beat twice, and then he beat a guy 18-8.
Yeah.
With no victories in UFC, and he still thinks he's on the...
With Islam Makhachev eyeing a welterweight title shot, Sean Brady thinks the time is right for a bout with Ian Garry. If he wants to move up, if he's going to move up, is he going to stay there though? Because if not, now you're holding up 2 divisions. So if he's going to move up, then me and Lon Machado Garry are fighting. I know that's the fight to make, and yeah, that's just the way I see it. Brady also described a post-fight moment at UFC 315 when he motioned to Ian Garry that they should fight next.
When I've talked to all the media people, they all think me and Ian make the most sense. I seen Ian at the end of the fight. He was at the end of the row, and he was trying to ask me. He was like, "What do you think? Like who?" I was like, "I think me and you." I went like this to him. I was like, he was like, "What do you think?" I was like, "Me and you." But yeah, he knows I want to fight him, and Ian's not scared of me. You know,
No,
he just wants. But I think that's the fight that's going to happen.
Alexander Volkanovski spoke out after José Aldo's razor-close loss to Aiemann Zahabi. On his YouTube channel, Volk felt Aldo may have edged the final round, despite getting taken down at the end. I want to talk about the Aldo fight. Obviously reasonably fair, I get it, but when you talk about damage, I know he ended up very tired on the bottom in that third round. Aldo won round 1, but they gave the other 2 to his opponent. The second one, again, very close. Aldo slowed down a little bit in the end of the second round, so maybe that's why they edged that round to the other guy. I want to talk about the third round. It was clear Aldo pretty much the whole way through that round. I think even the start of that, but in the middle of it, when he hurt his opponent, and when we talk damage, it doesn't get any more damaging than that. Ilia Topuria blasted Islam Makhachev for calling out smaller opponents, something Islam once criticized Ilia for. He's the biggest hypocrite I've ever seen in my life. He told me he wouldn't give me a chance because I was the smaller guy, and now he's the small one seeking the same opportunity I wanted. So it's like he criticized a decision, an action of mine, when he's now doing the exact same thing. I've never seen such hypocrisy, but that's how he's being advised, I guess. Makhachev responded on Twitter saying, "Difference between me and you, that I cleaned top list in my division, moved to next, but you ran away from 2 contenders who had consecutive 5 to 9 wins in FW division. You are nobody in LW division, just a big mouth from Spain with nice haircut. Go get 1W and we can talk, boy." To which Topuria followed up saying, "The difference between you and me is that I am a man and you are a coward. I speak and fight. You talk and hide. Run away far, leaving no trace." Magomed Ankalaev says he can't find an opponent for International Fight Week. He specifically called out Alex Pereira and Jiri Prochazka, claiming both declined. "Guys, is there anyone in the light heavyweight division who's willing to fight me? Because Jiri and Alex do not want to fight." Jamahal Hill fired back saying, "After I handle business, I'll emancipate these hands on Abe Lincoln's double." Aljamain Sterling just gave his take on the upcoming Khamzat Chimaev versus Dricus du Plessis fight, and it might surprise you. Aljo admitted he's rooting for Khamzat, but he sees some real problems ahead.
I don't know who to pick on this. I'm torn.
Come on.
I want Khamzat to win. But I think this is a very tough. I think this is an extremely tougher fight than he might even realize. DDP might not look impressive in any facet of the game, but he's powerful. He's big for the weight. He's got some solid grappling. He's not. I don't feel like he's an expert. Like just watching him, I'm like, what is your expertise? He just does a great job of mixing it all up, and even doing stuff unconventionally, and making it look like it just works. Because I mean, clearly it's working for him. I don't think everyone can fight like Dricus and have the same success. It's just I can't see people doing that, especially in my weight. I hope they grapple. I hope they make it a fun grappling fight. And then I hope they be like, this, let's strike. It might look similar to Usman versus Kobe 1.
I can see that.
Which was just madness. 2 high-level grapplers just deciding to say, F it, we're going to fight on the feet and figure this out. I'm going Khamzat.
You're going Khamzat?
I feel like I shouldn't. But I'm going.
Come on, bro.
I'm going Khamzat because I want him to win.
Who do you actually think is going to win?
I think Dricus, but I want Khamzat to win. This is like a Bo Nickal situation. I wanted Bo to win, but I just didn't think he was going to get it done.
That's all for today's fight news. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Topuria is right about Islam? And who should Ankalaev face next? Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss a second of the drama.